least Shawn's dressed for the day. I'm not. Hi, how are you? 5280sportsnetwork.com and milehighsports.com, your morning minute on a Thursday. Clearly it is Broncos game day given Shawn's current attire. We had a preseason game last night. I couldn't watch it. It was just craptacular, so I watched the Karate Kid instead. That was a lot more entertaining. Tonight, will you make it all the way through the game?
Yes, I will. I'll make it all the way through the game. I want to see that there are a lot of competitions, even beyond the quarterback position. I know that tends to blot out the sun right now for Broncos fans, but there's a lot of other interesting competitions to see and a lot of rookies to keep an eye on and make sure that they can actually make a dent when they face off against another team. So, yeah, I'll make it all the way through. I know that it's going to be a slog at the end because they always are. I know it'll take an extra hour than it should be because they always do. But yeah, it's there's something we can actually dig into. I'll take it.
We've talked about this on the show before. TJ, are you concerned that you have the potential, at least at some positions, maybe quarterback, but maybe others, to get a false sense of security coming out of tonight because it is against the Bears, who are not a very good team?
No, I mean, I don't really look at it that way. I don't know how many Denver fans will look at it that way. The defense is going to be good. We know that. That's a given. But some of the other positions you're talking about, wide receiver, I think you just want to stay healthy at that position. We talk about it, we beat it to death, but the quarterbacks are really the only thing anybody cares about. And before that's settled, I feel like that's the thing. You can't do anything else until you get that done. Like, that's a prerequisite for caring about anything else. So I think that's going to be the number one thing everybody's watching.
Can you actually trade for Mike Glennon while you're there? Never mind. Going through this game tonight, I can list off, and I can't even fit them on all 10 fingers, the number of guys that I actually wish just wouldn't play tonight. And that includes Chris Harris. That includes Aqib Talib. That includes Von Miller. The list goes on and on. There are so many guys I wish actually would not play tonight. To me, other than quarterback, and yes, I know that's the big story, this is all about just don't get hurt.
Well, especially on the defense. You might be able to afford that, and I would be surprised if the Broncos rode some of those guys very long at all. But on offense, it becomes a bit of a different story since you don't have a quarterback, and truthfully, you're reassembling an offensive line. Again, potentially, they've given positions 4 different starters at the positions. So you're going to have to play those starters or projected starters a little bit longer to give everyone a fair look and see how they mesh.
I want to be able to see some of the depth on defense myself because we know at any point in time, TJ, you can get an injury. So this is a chance where you might have somebody that is going to be second string or could even be the third guy out there that is somebody that can fill gaps in the secondary or along the front 7 to kind of bail you out during the season if somebody gets hurt. That's where some of the interest to me happens around second, third quarter. Fourth quarter, I may be asleep by then. I could be watching Friends. I don't know. I may give up by then.
Yeah, the Kyle Sloter, his performance may not matter at all, but the guys he's throwing to, theirs does. So curious to see what guys like Isaiah McKenzie can do early in the game, later in the game. Another rookie I'm looking at on the defense, you mentioned the secondary, Dante Barnett out of Kansas State, I think is a really intriguing prospect. Maybe not for this season necessarily, but in the future. They've got a lot of talent that needs some development, but that's kind of what these games are for. So, yeah, I think there is a lot to learn about the bottom half of the roster because that's going to make up your special teams unit in all likelihood, and that wasn't very good for the Denver Broncos last year.
Well, we've got 4 quarters tonight, or at least 2.5 or so, that are going to write the show for tomorrow morning. We hope you're with us. We'll have the reaction to it for you on a Football Friday. Ooh, it's Football Friday's back. Football Friday tomorrow, 7 a.m., Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, FM 1047, and, of course, tomorrow morning's Morning Minute, the Broncos Blitz podcast, easy for me to say, and everything else. So thanks for stopping by. Good to see you on a Thursday. Back with you tomorrow morning. For TJ, for Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.